Introduction to Spirit Guides. Do spirit guides exist? Are spirit guides real? Spirit guides seem to exist in many cultures around the world. Many cultures do believe that spirit guides are in fact real. I believe they're real too, having had regular contact with mine for years. Spirit guides can appear in dreams, daydreams, meditations, or just through entering your thoughts when you need answers to something. Some people call spirit guides angels or guardian angels, while others believe their guides are ancestors who've passed over and now protect and guide them from a different world. Many indigenous cultures around the world believe in the existence of animal spirit guides. I tend to see my guides as none of these, instead believing they are purely spiritual beings, perhaps though somebody else's ancestors from the past, but they've chosen to work with and for me in this incarnation. In some senses they're similar to angels, in others they're similar to ancestral guides, just not my ancestors. Science, of course, doesn't believe they exist at all because they're not measurable or observable. Science would suggest that these guides are merely our subconscious mind communicating with the conscious mind. But what is the subconscious? Where does it come from? If you've ever struggled to find the answer to a problem, you'll probably know from experience that the best way to arrive at a solution is to quieten your mind and to stop focusing on the problem itself. Often the answer will come when you relax and listen to your guide. So a spirit guide, regardless of where you feel like the origin is, can be a very helpful entity to help you through life. You may feel that your spirit guide, or one of them, is a deceased family member who has come back to help you through troubles. They may be someone you've never met before, as in my case, from an alternative culture. Common spirit guides seem to be Native American Indians, for example, but others feel that their spirit guides are aliens from another planet far, far away. I believe mine existed in this world and aren't aliens, but other people may feel differently. What is their purpose? Spirit guides help you navigate your life. They understand your overall purpose here, possibly even better than you do, and provided you listen to them, they can help you achieve your goals by guiding you to make the right choices at the right time. Spirit guides can sometimes arrange for coincidental meetings to occur, or ensure that you're in the right place at the right time. Since they live outside of our 3D realm, they can see how to put all the pieces together to make these sorts of things happen. But you have to be open to them. Sometimes their purpose is not to arrange things for us, or to hold our hand while we wander aimlessly around the world, but for some people, their spirit guide's job is to alter the way we see the world, to change our outward behaviour because our current way of thinking isn't helpful to our growth. Many of us believe that we have more than one spirit guide, I certainly do, and each has a fairly specific role in your life. If you have two, for example, it may be that one's role is to arrange these chance meetings for you, while the other's role is to prepare your approach to these meetings. How can spirit guides help me? Well, clearly on average, there's little point in asking your spirit guides what to wear in the morning, although I have heard stories of people suggesting that their spirit guides told them which socks to put on. But for the bigger decisions, you can specifically ask for help. On most occasions, though, the key to allowing your guides to help you fulfill your purpose is simply to be open to their suggestions. These suggestions may come in the form of feelings to be at a certain place at a certain time, or they may come in the form of a desire to do a certain action. I do need to point out at this point, though, that your spirit guides will not ask you to do something that is completely against your morals and personality. In other words, you cannot use your spirit guides as an excuse for bad behaviour. And I want to be perfectly clear here. If you feel your spirit guide is guiding you to do something immoral or harmful, you can be quite certain in the knowledge that it's not your spirit guide that's speaking. And remember, you always have personal responsibility for your decisions. To put what I've just said into an earthly context, if you're learning to drive and your instructor tells you to drive the wrong way up the motorway, it's you as the driver of the vehicle that have the ultimate responsibility to reject their instructions to avoid injury to yourself and other drivers. And it's the same with your spirit guides. You have to run their advice through your lens of morals and ethics. In short, the spirit guide's role is to assist you into becoming a better you. How do I contact spirit guides? Well, in my experience initially, you simply quieten your mind. Let go of the hustle and bustle of your daily life. Take some time for yourself, perhaps with some soft music in the background, or perhaps simply with silence. Definitely turn off your phone. Obtain some peace and quiet, and just allow the guides to come to you. They're already there, you just don't know it yet. You can ask for them to make themselves known, and that's how I did it initially. You can do this internally or verbally, although if you do it verbally you may get some strange looks if you're not alone. And remember, many people don't believe such beings exist at all. Different guides will communicate with different people in alternative ways. Some people will hear clear voices. Some will just have a sense that a guide is present. Others will get ideas in their heads about a certain situation or a problem. Some will get inspiration that seems to come from nowhere, and still others might simply find that they begin writing and all sorts of messages and guidance comes through the pen or the keyboard as they write. Many people believe their spirit guides will speak to them through dreams. This is perhaps because the conscious mind is switched off as we sleep, and the spirit guide can be heard over all that noise. Indeed, many scientists have resolved complex scientific questions through dreams. For example, August Kekulé had been struggling to determine the chemical structure of the aromatic compound benzene. The chemical formula was known, that is how many of each atom was present in the compound, but the structure couldn't be fathomed. Kekulé attributed his figuring out of the structure to a dream. The key to all of this is to simply be open to it. You might call it inspiration or subconscious thought, or you might believe it's a spirit guide. The end result, if you're open to it, should be an improvement in the way you live your life. Free will and spirit guides. It is worth remembering that all humans have free will, at least I believe so. It's a complex subject of philosophy, and it can be a daunting subject in itself. How free is free, for example? But in general, your spirit guides will not interfere in your life. With this in mind, again, we must be open to their suggestions. A spirit guide cannot force you into an action, and nor would they try. Some spiritual beings might try, and the trick is to discern which are trying to help and which are trying to harm, and that comes back to our personal responsibility I mentioned earlier. So, if you're struggling with a situation or decision, it's best to ask your guides for help. By asking for help, you're allowing your guides to help you with the situation. Your free will has not been eroded because you've delegated that small portion to them for help. You've given them the power to influence an aspect of your life through permission. So, just quieten your mind and have a chat with them. You might not get the answers straight away. Indeed, you'll rarely get the answers straight away. It seems like most people's biggest problem, particularly in today's Western societies, is a lack of patience, and the spirit guide responsible for your personal growth is likely liaising with the others to ensure you grow your patience. Always remember to thank your guides when you do get the answers you need. Gratitude is another personal trait that seems to be quite lacking in today's society, but it does go a long way to making sure you get more help in the future. How do you recognise their help? This is a tricky question because just as different people feel different guides in different ways, there's so many uses of the word different there, but the answers to your questions or requirements will also come in different ways. Sometimes, like Kekulé, your answer will come to you in a dream while you sleep. Sometimes it might come to you as you daydream about something else. And dreams are a very common way that your spirit guides may initiate communication with you. For example, you may dream of your teeth falling out, or you might dream about dogs. Sometimes the dream may be more forthcoming. You might hear your name called in a dream. These are one of, or a few of many types of dreams where your spirit guides might be trying to get you to listen to them. We actually interpret many of these dreams on our website. Link will be in the description. But at other times, rather than having specific dreams, you'll just get a really strong feeling that a certain pathway is the better one to take. Or you'll get a strong, overwhelming sense that a particular decision is a good one versus a bad one. Some guides may manifest physical feelings for you, such as a feeling of excitement or perhaps nervousness when you think about taking a particular direction. Nervousness isn't a bad thing. It can indicate things are about to get really good for you. But other decisions may make you feel physically nauseous or short of breath, for example, and these are the ones to avoid. Sometimes spirit guides will just point things out through physical coincidence. For example, an advert on a road sign that gives you the answer you need. Or it might be a song on the radio instead of advice on a chat show, and it seems to fit your situation exactly. What guided you to have the radio on at that particular time? And this can be especially valuable signs if you don't normally listen to that show at that time. But your spirit guides can guide you to listen to the radio to hear the message. They can also guide you by showing you specific numbers, often known as angel numbers, and they get your attention. Sometimes the answer just keeps coming into your head time and time again over multiple days with multiple signs, and you suddenly realise you can't ignore it as merely coincidence. So to summarise, there are times when thoughts, feelings or answers will come into your head. If you're in tune with your guides and yourself, and you give yourself time and space to be quiet, you will be guided through tough times and grow as a result. And I firmly believe spirit guides are real, and they've helped me get answers to tricky questions many times in my life. Your guides are there to help you too, and to help you help others. Be calm, at peace, and your answers will come. Practice recognising them as answers, and you'll be able to see them more clearly and easily. Be open to their advice. Ask for their help, but remember the ultimate decision is always yours because you have the free will and the responsibility to make it. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please click the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can give you more information about the spirit realm and particularly your spirit guides. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.